In the study of Western esotericism and Eastern alchemy, we find a bridge of understanding regarding the human vessel. To understand why the world feels like a constant drain on your spirit, you must first understand what a ritual actually is. Beyond the candles and the robes, a ritual is a mechanical operation of consciousness. It is the focused direction of energy toward a specific intent. Currently, humanity is trapped in a massive global ritual, one we did not design, but one we fuel every single day with our very life force. To find the exit, we must first recognize the walls of the temple they have built around our minds. In Chinese mythology and internal alchemy, we speak of the three treasures, but specifically, we must focus on Shen, the spirit energy. This energy is meant to follow a natural upward trajectory. It begins as raw, vital essence in the lower dantian, moves to the middle dantian, where it is refined by the heart's frequency, and finally rises to the brow dantian, or the upper palace. This is the mind's eye. When your Shen reaches this point, you achieve a state of De, or virtue, a centeredness where you are no longer a victim of circumstance, but a participant in the Tao. However, there exists a specific echelon of existence, the Epstein class. These are individuals who have entirely severed their connection to empathy, or any regard for human life that does not possess material weight. To them, the masses are not fellow beings, but a crop. This isn't just a conspiracy theory, it is energetic common sense. The Epstein class understands that Shen follows attention. By creating a 24-hour cycle of fear, division, and trauma through the news and digital media, they ensure that your energy never reaches your heart or your brow dantian. Instead, as you tune in and feed the narrative with your anxiety, your energy is pulled outward. You are effectively performing a mass cultivation for them. You are sending your spirit energy out of your mind's eye and into their systems of control. They harvest this collective output to maintain a reality where empathy is a weakness and wealth is the only god. They do not need to rule by force when they can rule by the extraction of your internal light. To leave the ritual behind, one must understand that the exit is not a geographic location, but a frequency shift. If the prison has no bars, how do you walk out? The Tantric perspective teaches us that the universe is composed of Shakti, the primordial creative power. This power is either extroverted, pouring out of us toward the distractions of the Epstein class, or introverted, channeled back into the core of our being to fuel our own awakening. The ritual of the modern world is designed to keep your Shakti extroverted. It wants you looking at the screen and looking at the crisis, anywhere but inside. This creates a state of spiritual malnutrition. The more you feed their ritual, the more you lose the ability to see the world as it truly is. We must realize that the solution is a precise mixture of external action and the internal work of liberation. There is a fundamental esoteric law. We will never be free on the outside if we cannot free ourselves from the inside. Why do we expect the world to change while our internal house is in disarray? External revolution without internal evolution simply replaces one set of masters with another. True liberation requires the reclamation of the brow dantian. We must learn to close the circuit. When you practice internal alchemy, drawing the energy back from the world and circulating it within the microcosmic orbit of your own body, you stop being a battery for the Epstein class. You become energetically invisible to their harvesting tools. This is where the path gets deeper. As you cultivate your own Shen, you begin to see that the ritual of the Epstein class is actually a fragile web. It depends entirely on the participation of the masses. If the audience leaves the theater, the play cannot continue. This is the act of leaving their ritual behind. How do we exit? We exit by refusing to give our Shen to their dramas. We exit by realizing that the internal state is the primary reality and the external world is merely the shadow it casts. Internal work provides the clarity, external action provides the boundary. By doing the work to raise your energy from the lower centers to the mind's eye, you align yourself with the Tao. You move from being a harvested resource to a sovereign creator. We must withdraw our presence from their altars of fear and return it to the altar of our own divinity. Only then, when the inside is liberated, will the outside reflect the freedom we have finally earned. If you'd like to support more of this content or learn more, check out my Patreon with the link in the bio below. Your contributions help me continue to keep this going. Thank you. Until next time.